You hurry up. Am I live? Hello? Hello? Am I live? Yes. So I think I did the things and the stuff. Oh, the Stream Elements bot is running, so that's awesome. Make sure that's good to go. I gotta fix that intro, guys. I apologize for that. I thought I had it fixed earlier, but it's not looping, so I think that's the problem. It's only like 30 seconds. If I switch to it, hey, I can still talk to you because OBS is different than Streamlabs OBS, so you can actually still hear me. And then I think this runs for a certain amount of time, but not long enough for me to do all of the other behind-the-scenes business. But there I am again. So, yep. What's up? How's it going, guys? Let's see here. What was I doing, though? I was doing other behind-the-scenes things. Man, it's been a day, guys. It's been a day in the Marvel Contest of Champions. You know, these days, they come along. They come and they go. And this one's definitely been interesting. I was definitely not planning on streaming this late, for sure. But, you know, here we are. Here we are back at it again for today. I tried to get Dingus's attention because I wanted to like talk to him in person and whatnot about things and stuff. I talked to him earlier. I texted him and he said he just wanted to kind of give his own thoughts without having someone else. And like that's fine, but also kind of want to talk about some of this stuff with somebody. I feel like I need to express my emotions. You know, I need to talk about this stuff. How's it going? It's 1:20 a.m. What's up, Just Clever? It's 11:24 for me, so I guess you're Central Time, I imagine. How you doing, Kabam Bam? What up? Yeah, so I think I'm just going to farm some bullshit and do whatever while we talk about this stuff some more. It's been... I don't. Maybe everyone's talked to death. Maybe there's no reason to talk about us more. Maybe I should just do Battlegrounds or something. Who knows? Man, I'm irritated. This green shirt is fuzzier on OBS than it is on Streamlabs. Interesting. What up, Juan Valdez? I'm here to continue the conversation on the trash update. All right. Well, that's my plan. Juan. TCS. What's up? I ain't trying to ever steal any thunder from Brian, as if I could. But, man. I don't know. It's been a very frustrating day, I would say. Because, like, I streamed earlier because I was going to trivia tonight. And, hi, Zoe. So I wanted to get in, like, a day stream to do something. And... somebody popped in saying something about 3.2.6 being nerfed. And I was like, oh, what? Is that finally happening? That kind of sucks. Whatever. It's not that big a deal. And Lefty, shout out to Lefty, Knox, of course. You guys know Lefty. Posted the link. And so I checked it out. And then I read it on the stream earlier. And I was just like, oh, come on, man. Like, it getting nerfed is irritating and kind of sucks. But just the wording and the way that they said everything in the post. I mean, Brian was making a point about negotiations, and you start out with your lowest possible offer and then get back to where you want to actually be. Why are we negotiating with Kabam? They're the game developer. They're the company. They can put it out however they want to. They shouldn't need to negotiate with us. At the same time, we're the ones who spend money on the game, so we actually have all the power, not them. So we really shouldn't need to negotiate with them that much either. It's a very weird position to be in, just the way that it all works out. What's up, Snake? What's up, Jeff? Guess we're having moonshine tonight? No, I haven't had moonshine in years, actually. Hello, all. I'm in a bad mood tonight. I will try not to swear, but no promises. Jeff, it's been further in the stream, because further deals with time, farther deals with distance. Although, if it was distance and time, would that be farther? Not sure. But it's far enough in the stream where I think I can swear. It won't be demonetized for ad purposes. So, you know, get it. Look at this. Look at this. I'm watching this dingus over here. Just, hey, go to Abby Doe's stream. Hey, blah, 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 blah. What's up? Come on over, guys. Look at, oh, God. His camera's better than mine. Look how shiny his head is. How does he look? You know I've been outside a lot more than Brian has recently. How does he look so much more tan than I am? That's ridiculous. That shouldn't be possible. He looks like he's... Oh, wow. The mouth open is not the best look on that one. Anyways. Nope. That's not the right thing. Inception. What's up? Hey, man. Great video, by the way. Thank you, Dr. Peg. Good doctor in the house. What's up, Nasty Dan? What's up, Lakshaya? Hey, Lakshaya, you never said if I just horribly mispronounced your name. You did say you're going to bed, and you must have just woken up and come back by now. So, from the earlier stream, what's up? All right, I got a dog over here that probably needs a treat. Wildcat Sniper, what's going on? So there's a 6-star Wolverine now. Took them so long. Jedi, did they post something about that? And was that news just overshadowed because of everything else? So, I didn't see anything about them saying they were releasing that. Is he being put in the basic crystal? Is that going to be in the whatever? Rip Unit Revive stream? Rip Unit Revive stream? Maurice, what are you saying? Unit Revive stream? I mean, I'm gonna just farm shit while we're here, okay? Let's go ahead and look at this as we go along. I'm going to go to Storybook 1. It takes a certain amount of time to do this. There's no... Where they say in their friggin' post... There's this bullshit. Do I still have this up? Changes to... Okay. Okay. The frenzied revive farming trivializes difficult content like Karina's challenges and Attorney of Pain because summoners simply spam revives. Frenzy's revive farming trivializes difficult content. So, all this time that I'm about to spend farming revives is less than trivial to Kabam. Doesn't even exist. You know? We'll just spend this time farming revives, and that's nothing. It's makes absolutely no difference. Why would it? My time is less than nothing to them. I'm not saying this is hard, obviously, right, guys? We're just doing this right now. I'm looking in here, and we're looking around. So there's nothing on A. There's nothing on E. There's nothing on C. There's a revive relatively early on D. There's nothing on B. Oh, but there's one kind of late on F. So we're going to go D first. I can't really auto-fight it. I mean, I can kind of auto-play it to get to D, but I have to be aware of it. If I get distracted at all, then I'll just waste energy. So let's go ahead and be aware of it. I'm going to get back to chat here in a second. But like 30 seconds, I'm going to look back, okay? Genetics, Abdo, genetics. There's no way Brian has better genetics. Well, maybe. I don't know. Lorson, you just put in the sad face in there. Brian didn't raid? Oh my god, what a D-bag. Seriously? What's up, Arrow? What's up, Diane? Been a minute. Look at the mutant class. He's coming to arenas. Okay. Okay. I didn't say this in BG stream, but the revive farming thing seems like such a non-issue. I hardly use it. I don't have time. Aren't the bigger fish to fry? Sell another crystal to make up revenue. Static. I think that's fair. Because what's pissing me off... Okay, I got to that. Okay, gotta back out. Stop the autoplay. Make sure you're paying attention. Exit, restart. And then it was on, I believe, F for the other one, right? So... This is not difficult. This is easy. They don't have their L3s. I have large enough champions that I can just go through this on auto doing it. But I still had to pay attention. It still took some time. That's not nothing. Time is the most valuable thing I have to give in my life. Hi, I got this cute dog over here. Hang on a second. But yeah. So, I don't know. Static, I get what you're saying. There are bigger fish to fry, you would think. God, so wow, look at that. When I raise up, it changes the... Changes the green screen. No. Don't growl at me. You're fine. There are bigger fish to fry. It's not taking away the revive farming. It's the disrespect of the community, which is how they make their money. I think there's a basic arena for Wolverine next. Okay. How high do you think that'll go? That'll be totally shit. Are they going to nerf ROL potion too? I don't know. I don't know why they wouldn't. Those level 3 potions that they give us from doing ROL are way bigger than the level 1 or 2 potions that they're giving out in their new apothecary bullshit. Great name, by the way. The apothecary goes back to ancient Egypt, and that totally makes sense for health. That's great. No, there have been no talks about that. How you doing tonight, Slayer? I love me some Slayer, by the way. Just so we're there. I definitely spam revives. Don't piss down my back and tell me it's raining. Yeah, don't piss my hat. Like, yeah. We talked about that a little bit. Still gonna have to spam revives whether or not we get them for free. Exactly, Ace. That's the thing. Like, why are they creating this content where they're like, we don't want you to spam revives to do this content, but oh, we're creating this content where even if you have a lot of skills, you're gonna have to spam some revives. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. I think everyone wants achievable hard content. Revive farming just made challenges like Karina's more accessible. Yeah, the thing is, like, I don't mind spamming revives to do really hard content. Sometimes it just doesn't feel fun. It's not great. Whatever, you just gotta do that. You're like, God, this is. Some fights are fun once you figure out the mechanics, and you're like, I could solo this. I didn't solo this, but I could solo this. If I tried it over and over again, I could get it down and I could get it right. Some fights they put in the game are just like, nah, this fucking sucks. This isn't worth it. I'm just going to throw revives to get this done so that I can get the rewards for this content. And they're saying, like, no, you shouldn't. I don't even, it doesn't even make any goddamn sense. It'll be nerfed on April patch, yes. So they haven't nerfed it currently. No, it'll be nerfed on the April patch, that's true. I would say the opposite. People spend so much time farming revives because the content is difficult. Yeah, I mean, because we want to do it for free. The thing is, though, like, the content that we do, it's not. I don't know. I guess back in the day, there were things that, if you're doing the current Volume 3 Karina's challenges and you get into that and you get stuck, you didn't farm enough revives for it, are you going to back out? Or are you going to maybe throw Kabam some money to buy some units to buy some revives? A lot of people do that. I witnessed multiple alliance mates spend an Odin or two to get through Karina's challenge. And at the time I was like, why are you doing that? Back out, farm some revives. But now I guess it doesn't matter. Nothing wrong with this change. I am not employed by Kabam. Eric, I don't think that there's anything wrong with this change either if they had done it back in November of 2021 when they said that they had thought about it at first. It's so weird because Legacy brought up a good point in his video about where there was a mention of this in February that Jax said something about 3.2.6 and he mentioned it, but he wasn't very specific. It's almost like Kabam only realized that this was going on recently. They say that they knew about it and had thought about a fix in November of 2021. I almost don't believe them. I swear to God, guys, they release so much content into the game that they don't seem to test anything out for, that I almost don't believe them. I almost think that they didn't even know that this was a thing that you could do in the game until recently. Until enough YouTubers released videos about revive farming. They were like, ah, crap, well, we can't let that happen. Because there were exploits before, because that's what they considered them as exploits, where you could farm revives, but it was in, like, Act 1, so it was only 1 energy per move to do that. And, okay, here, look, I got skunked. There's no revive, no energy refill, there's nothing on this entry of 3.2.6. So Kabam is going to change it so that doesn't happen again, and I'm not dependent on this horrible RNG where I didn't get a revive. They'll give me one a day, and that'll be sufficient. Okay, well, you know what? Sucks that there wasn't a revive on any of these, but I'll just go ahead and do A to get that 5 energy back, so then I only spent 37 energy going through it to reset it. Let's see what happens after that. Abdo, game volume is a bit too loud for a talk-focused stream. No, Bryn, I can turn it down. Is that better? How did they expect 1 revive a day to be enough when they still have an expiration timer on them? You won't be able to save enough for anything. Right, so Bacon Wake, so you can do it, they said weekdays, which is Monday through Saturday, but it's Saturday whatever time, so no Saturday or Sunday, which means you can get 5 a week. Except for you can get 5 a week, and there's a 1% chance for an extra one on the easy one and a 5% on the hard one. So basically 5 a week. Well, let's see. If you have the sigil, that takes you basically 4 weeks to fill up your inventory. And then you have 2 more weeks at that 5 a week. So you can have 30 before they start to expire. Now, yes, you can get them from other parts of the game, obviously. The daily event quest, arena, hero use. You can get them from that, too. So maybe you got like 50, 40, 50. I spent so many more. So many more than that. For many of the EOP challenges. I did the spider one. Granted, I was not in the best place when I did that. But I did the spider one, and I ended up having to use units because I didn't farm enough revives. So the units I used came from me doing arena. What are they going to do? Nerf arena next? So I can't spend those either? I like your shirt, by the way. Where can I buy a half-transparent shirt? F off, dude. You want to hop on call for a second, BG? I know you didn't want me hopping on your stream. You just wanted to talk about it. We talked about it earlier, but hop on with me for a minute. Don't be scared. It's late night around here. I'm having a drink. We can talk about this stuff as adults. I averaged 70 for EOP. Yeah, easy. Yeah, okay. We're using my second revive here. Look at those guys. As opposed to Brian, I'm actually doing something while I talk to you guys. Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to get them to nerf Herc. They sort of half listened, obviously. They didn't at all, though, Scarco, because if you want to pay for those units, Herc is not nerfed in the slightest. You just nerfed free to play. You didn't nerf spenders. Spenders who have Herc can spend as much as they want to and just revive with Herc as much as they want to. It's totally fine. 40% revives with Herc? That's overkill, man. You barely ever need a 40%. Oh, this is BS? Ooh. 5.3.6 might become the new farming quest, but you can't auto-fight it. Well, 5.3.6 gives you energy. It doesn't give you that many revives. And no, you can't auto-farm it, so it's completely different. And so they're taking this away first? Well, they'll take that away next. That's how it works. We let them take away this one. They'll just take away the next one after that. I'll call them 2 minutes. Okay. Yeah. It was a joke, clearly. No, I got you. Amazing theater, too close for home. All right, I need to give Zoe a treat. So after this one, I'm going to give Zoe... I'm going to flash the doggy to you guys real quick. And I'll... Oh, God. This might... Just by me putting on these earbuds, it might screw things up. Not your AirPods. Well, whose...
are these?
Huh? Seriously, whose AirPods are these? Apple. Idiots. Idiots? Can you guys still hear me okay? I assume. I think people didn't screw up. People do EOP. I average 70 for 3.4.6. It's a tough. Alright, let's give the dog a treat real quick, guys. For those of you who are new here, thank you for subscribing. I apologize for the 5-minute wait. There's a douchebag who always keeps spamming racist bullshit in chat, so we're just, avoiding that. But I do tend to give my dog a treat. She's cute. Hi. Okay, sit. Sit. What are you panting for? Is life so hard? Oh, it's like a little smile. Head tilt. Oh, head tilt. You do want a treat, right? Give me a shake. Okay, appreciate the shake. Thank you. Give me the other paw. No, the other paw. No, the other paw. Yeah. Oh, what? No, you missed. Other paw. Thank you. I know. It's less easy for her than it used to be. She's got a bad hip, guys. She's getting older. Anyways, I'm gonna grab her the treat. I think, did I open Discord already? Yeah, I did. All right, hang on. Oh. All right. So tonight's stream brought to you by Icelandic cod chews. They're cod skins that are wrapped together tightly and then sold to dumb pet owners like me to give to their dogs, and dogs love them. So yeah. Okay. God. Nope. Don't be that way. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, did you see the tongue lick? You ready? Just take it. I'm holding it. Yeah, okay. All right, enjoy. Ah, you see her limp? Ah, I do not like that limp, guys. I don't like that limp at all. Anyways, hey, I got 1-5 energy revive. That's cool. Do you think the nerf of farming revives is kind of like a nerf to Hurricane Away? No, that's what I'm saying, Bash. Like, it doesn't, like, well, we were joking about it. It's not, if you want to spend the money, you can revive Herc all you want. That's not that big a deal. Doesn't matter at all. I'm so irate. I'm not even gonna wash off my hands. My hands are just gonna smell like cod. It's fine. Nobody cares. Nobody else is here. It's just me to smell them, or Zoe. They condensed them a while ago. Remember? What did they condense? Shrank down the arenas slightly less using S. Well, the arena system is also completely broken right now in Marvel Contest of Champions. I used to spend so many days, so much of my time playing arena, and I have absolutely zero desire to play arena nowadays. There's just the scores are too ridiculous. Uh, they've never done anything about people. Well, okay, I shouldn't say never. They've not done anything within the last year about people cheating for higher arena scores, and it just it's not fun. Arena grinding was never that much fun. It was always the kind of thing that you could do in the background while you were watching your third or fourth watch through of It's Always Sunny or Seinfeld, Curb Your Enthusiasm, something. I don't know. It was never that fun, but you could just do it and mindlessly grind it, right? And if you were going to go for a champ, you could go ham for those 3 days of that arena and try to get that champ, and that was fun. The scores have gotten so ridiculous that that's not even mildly fun anymore. If you just spend all your time grinding arena, you're gonna get a lot of resources from it in the game, but it was never fun. It was never a good thing, you know. Are you going for Wolverine arenas? Fuck no, Jedi. Hell no. No way in hell would I do that. How high would he go? How high? I have a relatively large roster. Hang on. Let's after this fight, I'm going to pause it and we're going to go look at where I rank in the game, I guess. Just so that we can see and I can let me just show you guys where I'm at in the game. Okay, moving along. Thank you. Give me just a second here. Take off autoplay. Okay, let's go. Let's go see where I rank in the game overall. Here we go. So, total base hero rating global. I'm 868th for global base hero rating. Hero rating doesn't really matter that much. In the United States, I'm 464th for base hero rating. Like, I've spent way too much time and way too much money playing this video game. I'm not the whaliest of the whales by any means, but the reason I've been able to achieve as large of a count as I have is through the time that I've spent on the game. Even with my roster, if I were to try to go for Wolverine or any new champ basically as a 6-star, it would still take me units, and it would still take me like all of my 3 days just doing it with barely any sleep, and then spending units and like it. Why would I do that? I wanna do other things with my life. I want to watch movies. I want to walk the dog. I want to meet a girl. I want to go to trivia. I want to do whatever. Like, who the fuck wants to do that? The system is so broken for arenas. It's just not even mildly fun. And I used to actually have a decent time doing it. I used to actually that's where I became um, better at the game was when I turned on recoils for the first time and started grinding arena all the time, following Brian's advice. It's The Office for me in the background. Gotcha, Shutrul. I play them sometimes when I carpool to work. Seinfeld, Curb, and Sunny are literally the go-tos. Yeah. Ah, shit. Sorry. That was a coaster issue. I hope that's the British Office. Oh, for The Office? Yeah. Um, that is the one show where I will give ground that the Mexican Americans did a good version. Oh, for the Office, you like that version more? Hello, how's it going? You're here for now at least. Well, you don't gotta stay long. No, and I'm sorry I was bugging you on your stream, but I'm just like, I don't know. I need to talk about my feelings, Brian. I didn't. I think everything should be good. You can't hear him? Oh boy. Priceless. We can't hear Brian. Okay, why? Let me see. Hang on. Good lord. As if they needed to hear you anyways. Output volume. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. Sure. Okay. Should be correct. Let's see. Go ahead and say something. I don't think it's working. Shit. Why didn't I just do this and it was working just fine? The desktop audio is there. What is going on? Oh man. He's filled with beans. That's why they can't hear you. Literally, I just switched this all. I switched from OBS to Streamlabs OBS. So this, I mean, from Streamlabs to OBS, so this would all work properly, and it was working totally fine the last time I did this with Captain Bay. Um, Maybe. Nope, nothing from Brian. Here, yeah, I'll hang up and try and call you. I don't know, dude. We'll see. Good lord, hang on a second. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on for the audio here. Seriously, Brian's gonna come over to my apartment at some point and work on this and fix it for me. See, the thing is, like, if nobody else heard that, then it was just ridiculous. So I don't think that anyone did. Audio went all screwy as soon as you put AirPods in. I mean, I can just take them out, but then you'll get the, well, maybe that might work. I don't know. Good lord.
We have got to get to the bottom of this.
See, now I just can't hear Brian, so I don't even know if he's saying anything. Oh my god. See, I could do this, but then you'll just get Brian's whatever he says doubled up on the audio. Pretty sure.
Hello?
Yes.
Doubled?
Yeah, now see, yeah, now it comes through on the desktop audio, but it's not. Yeah, you just heard him. Okay, go ahead and say something else.
Hello, testing. Can you hear me?
Okay, now you guys can hear him, but do you hear him twice? Does it get picked up on my microphone too?
Or does it sound like garbage?
Well, it probably sounds like garbage. It's a different story. Okay, we can hear him a bit now. Ah, guys, I swear. I swear, audio difficulties. Streaming, why does technology have to be so hard? It's ridiculous. I could try turning him up. It's just it should be coming through just fine. That's so frustrating. Sounds decent, really? I can hear him, but no echo. Oh, you don't hear an echo? Good enough, no echo. Okay, Brian, speak.
Ah, arf, arf. Can I get a treat now? I like that, you know, not only do you make me look like a better gamer, because you said that's your goal. It's not even an insult. You said that was your goal, right? To
True.
make
I
other
didn't think it
people
was.
feel better about their gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
You also make me feel better about my streams, because, everyone gives me crap anytime there's some technical issue, but, dude, it's hard.
I just like I honestly just don't get what the issues are because like I switched from Streamlabs to OBS to because copying and blah blah. But when I did it, it uh it last time I did it, everything sounded fine with Captain Bay too, and it was all coming through with the desktop audio on Discord. And then all of a sudden I do it with you, and it's like nope, this doesn't work. I didn't change a single setting, nothing else happened. Whatever. Anyways,
Weird. All
yeah.
right, so talk to me. What do you?
Well, I don't know, man. Like, so I didn't watch your video earlier. Give me the TLDR from your video, please.
I don't know. Okay, basically,
Well, as a free to play player, you already have slowed your progression quite a lot because, well, my understanding was that you couldn't get the Sig stones to keep up with the prestige race to stay in for Loki, and then you have other life issues going on and so forth, right? Things to do with your time. But that was a lot of the issue was that you just couldn't get the prestige to keep up with that race as a free to play player. How will this change nerf it
oh,
even further or
a
farther?
lot more nuance to it than that.
There is, but I mean, like, how will it
Because
slow? Won't it slow you down even more?
also, all right, part of it was that it felt like I was just kind of spinning my wheels where I wasn't progressing. Like I was doing content, but I felt like I was being rewarded for with like 5 stars or just not enough 6-star rewards. So it was like I felt no progression. And these games, they could already feel a little bit like you're on a treadmill where things repeat and stuff. But it's fine as long as the scenery changes enough, it makes that treadmill fun, makes it still feel like you are progressing and all that good stuff, right? Like and the way they could do that. So just to give an example, yeah, we didn't have battlegrounds when we were progressing through 5 stars, right? So
Mm-hmm.
now the game feels different, and some of the progression follows patterns and stuff, but it's still different because there's a whole different game mode to experience that through, among other things. But just a quick example. Uh, so yeah, there's like a few reasons of why I stepped back, and that was one of them. And yeah, it felt like it was just more and more and more time consuming, being another, and um, this will certainly add a little bit of time to it, but I it, there is part of it that's actually a good thing, um, because the TLDR version of my video was I'm okay with the nerf, but I think the apothecary quest actually sucks. It's really dumb. It's really bad. It's the exact same quest. The reason why I'm okay with the nerf is because I don't find 3.2.6 to be that interesting in the first place.
No, it's not
Uh,
interesting. It's
if
grindy.
Yeah, if you can get revives through some other way, uh, like the whole reason I made the comparison to the 22-hour soul event. The whole reason why I like getting revives there is because you could do anything you want, and the game is like, okay, you've played the game today. Here you go. Here's your revive for playing. It was hero use, right? That's all you got to do. Choose how you want to get these rewards, versus just having this dumb little quest, which I'm not even asking for something like, challenging or whatever. It's just, if someone wants to play a dumb little quest, fine. But if they don't want to, like, how should that be the best way to progress through high level content? Is to like run some low level content a million times, which is what 3.2.6 was.
Well,
Hold on. Let me
go ahead,
get one more
continue.
thought out first, and then I'll let you go. So the reason why I'm okay with the change, though, part of it is because, and this is actually not something I explicitly said in the video, but I did kind of say, getting through some higher level content, it didn't really matter if you had like the highest ranks or the newest champs necessarily, because you can kind of counterbalance that with just having a ton of revives. So even though I stepped away from For Loki, I didn't really feel like I was missing out on progression because I could just do that quest over and over and complete whatever latest content Kabam released. So, in some ways, yeah, it was not healthy to have that quest in the game. But then there's also a million other ways that Kabam should change the game, should make certain things more accessible, make quests more enjoyable. I don't know. There's a ton else that they should do rather than just being like, well, we're going to delete this thing that people liked and replace it with something worse. So the change in totality, I think, is really bad.
So that was one of my first things that I said when I saw this post today and everything about it was, I don't think it's a bad thing for them to say, hey, look, honestly, guys, this costs us money. We can't just have people infinitely farming revives because that was never what was intended in the game. So we're going to have to put a stop to that.
Yeah.
For me, it's about how they said it. And just the wording of it, and then like you said, the apothecary, what their proposal to do something different is. And it's not, you can't go from infinite revive farming if you want to spend the time and the energy or the units to get those, to one a day, perhaps two, with a 1% or a 5% chance, and say, look, we're doing you a favor. You know, they start out the post by saying it's about RNG and we don't want players to have to experience the RNG of the 87% revive drop rate. So instead, we're going to give you a 1% or a 5% drop rate. It's just it blows my mind because there seem to be like there's so many things in this game and with this community, and this is I haven't looked at the numbers recently, but the last I knew from the last quarter of 2022, Netmarble or Kabam or whatever in this game are one of the top 10 grossing mobile games that exist. When they make that kind of money, to then still have a team that seems so completely inept when they're talking to their player base about this kind of stuff is just mind blowing. I don't know. It's just the treating us like we're children, treating us like we can't figure out within 3 seconds. If it's all about money, just say it's all about money. Okay, people will be mad about that, but at least you were upfront about it. Don't try to make it like you're doing us a favor. I don't know.
I completely agree in that I hated the way that they were talking about it. Like, you never watched Always Sunny, right?
I've only seen the first season, so.
Okay. Were you there for the stream where I made the connection where basically, like...
You were talking about it, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Just when she said the line, "Stop talking to me like I'm an asshole." That's exactly the best way I could possibly put it, and that's how it feels. But I will say this: as much as I dislike that, and yeah, part of it's definitely about money. Even as free to play though, like it doesn't make for that exciting of a game, period. To have the game the way it was of just getting infinite revives 3.2.6. So
no, it's grindy. It's boring. You don't want to have to do that kind of stuff. So I spent all of the Super Bowl, watching the Super Bowl with my friends and family at a bar, and in the background, I just kept turning my phone on and off to grind out free revives.
Yeah, exactly.
It was
Exactly.
obnoxious. It wasn't fun. People kept looking at me like, "What are you doing with your phone? Why aren't you watching the game? Why aren't you talking to us?" You know. But it was like, okay, I got a Sunday. It's kind of free. I don't have to do other things, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just do this over and over again. It's not that big a deal. Like nobody was like, none of my family members were angry at me about that. But it's just like it wasn't fun. It's just like, okay, I got this time. I can do that, and I can grind that out. That's fine.
Yeah, and that's how you beat the hardest content in the game. Not just today, but the hardest difficulty that would have been there next month, next year. Like that would have never changed, right?
Yeah.
So I get it. They got to make the change.
But why is the content that they make okay for us to spam revives at if we're buying them from them, but not if
Yeah.
we're spending our time? Like I spent all that Super Bowl
Great
Sunday
question.
doing that. I spent all that time. Time is the absolute most valuable thing we have in our lives. And I spent all that time grinding out that kind of stuff so that I could do that content, getting frustrated on stream for people's amusement and enjoyment while I died multiple times, just not reading nodes and being stupid and whatever. But they have no respect for that time that I put in for it. But they're just totally fine if I just give them $100. That's cool. So here, have $100. No. So you didn't. You're a broke, unemployed guy who makes a couple $100 a month off of YouTube and subsidizes that to support his hobby, basically, because it's not enough for me to do as a profession. But no, if you want to go ahead and do that stuff, we're gonna actually need money from you. Spend your unemployment money. Go get a job so that you can give us more money. Your time isn't valuable at all. We don't care about your time. Make sure that I don't know. It's the disrespect. If I think it's perfectly fine that they take away revive farming from 3.2.6, that's fine. That makes sense. That was never meant to be a thing in the game. We weren't ever supposed to be able to do that. But they allowed it to exist for a year and a half, almost 2 years, and then later on they said, we're going to take this away, but it's because we couldn't offer you a better solution at the time when we realized it was a problem. And here's the solution that we offer you, but it is in no way comparable. It just...
Well, it's the exact same thing, just for less rewards. Because they made a mirror image to the quest, basically. You know?
Yeah.
Like it's practically the same number of energy, and it gives you a revive. And they even said, here, this is meant to replace it.
But you can only do it once a day. And you can only do it 5 days a week.
Yeah, not even on the weekends.
That Super Bowl Sunday, I probably farmed like 40 to 60 revives. That would take you a month and a half, and then some of them would expire at their new apothecary rate.
Dude, my favorite album name of all time is, I think. It's an album by Sum 41, which I've never even heard the full album. I just remember it being popular.
There's a trivia question. The answer was Sum 41 tonight, actually. Go ahead, sorry.
The name of the album... No. The name of the album is All Killer, No Filler.
All Killer, No Filler?
Like,
yeah, okay, yeah.
Like, oh, that's a sweet name. So it just means like, yeah, you got all high quality stuff here, no filler content, right? This quest is just more filler. You know, it's the opposite. It's gonna clutter up the screen, the different areas of the game as if they're not cluttered up enough. With another quest that's just like some low level little zone to go to, versus what we as players actually want, which is like something fun to do. You know, like man.
Shit, look at my shirt.
But it's a very low effort way to say, well, here's something. Please keep playing our game.
Yeah. No, I was just putting up the album on Wikipedia from it that has the In Too Deep song I was talking about. All filler, more filler. Yeah, dude. It just, I don't know, man. They have such. So I don't know. You probably didn't see my video. We're talking about things about the same time when I texted you earlier, and I was trying to like. There's so much more I had to say for the video, so many more points I had to make. I just kind of had to rush out of the house, so I just did it. Tried to do it in like one take and say basically what I could, you know. But we've been playing this game since 2014, right? It's like 8 years of a mobile game. Did you ever think you'd be playing the same game over almost a decade later? You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, I might be the wrong person to ask because I've been playing the same game for like 25 years. But
No, I mean, but it's a rare occurrence that people spend that much time on the same game.
yeah. It definitely. And to like this extent, because I come and go with some of the games that I'm talking about now.
Yeah.
I don't play them daily.
I mean, I don't know. It's just I never thought in 2016 when I was landing in Las Vegas on election day when I heard who the new president was and I was just playing Marvel Contest of Champions at the bar at the Mandalay Bay as I was just drinking my sorrows away. And there's some guy who slides up next to me, and we're playing on the machines in the casino at the bar where you can get like a free drink if you play like $1 per hand or whatever. And in between hands to slow things down, I'd play a little bit of MCoC, and the guy next to me is like, "Oh, hey man, I play MCoC too. Here's my account." And it was huge compared to mine. And I was like, "Oh my god, and it's 2016." I'm like, "How'd you get all these rank 4, rank 5, 4-star champions?" You know?
Yeah.
And that was 6 years ago. The game was in 2014. I wasn't there from the very start. It's crazy to me that we're all still doing this, and then we have this vibrant and fun and wonderful community where all these people come and they support you or Legacy or me or whomever. We talk about all this stuff. We have a great time. And they can do so much that's so successful, and they can just be so ignorant, so blind sometimes in their responses to the community about this kind of stuff. It's just, anyone who I've met at Kabam, and there was not many people, it was Mike and Adora, or I've talked to a few other people in chats and stuff, Tipped or Zero or that kind of stuff. They all seem like really nice people. They're all really cool.
Who is it? I think they have to be by law.
Yeah. Who is it that they have working for them that just makes these decisions? I assume this has to come from the top, but like when they make the kind of money that they do and they hand down things like this, I don't know. It blows my mind. This will blow over, I'm sure, but it's frustrating. I don't want people to be driven away from the game. I don't want fewer people to play. One of the points I made in my video earlier was that, Brian, I don't know how many people you talk to in general in real life, but
Wow.
well, it's fair. You get your buddy and your wife and me, maybe some family members on the phone occasionally, but in real life, is there like the person at the supermarket that you go to, the grocery checker?
Poll to see if I should hang up the phone call real quick, or...
I mean, I can make that call. I can make that
make
poll.
a
Yeah.
point. Let's go. What are you trying to tell me?
I'm just saying. From my experiences, talking to people in real life, people are like burnt out on Marvel, right? They don't want to have to
In general?
watch. What's that?
You talk about Marvel in general, like shows?
Yeah, in general. People don't want to have to watch Loki to know what's going on in the Doctor Strange movie or the Quantum Mania movie. They don't want to have to keep up on all this stuff. Everything kind of culminated in Infinity War and Endgame and that kind of stuff. And you know, they're just burnt out on Marvel in general. Usually every time a new movie comes out, it gives a bump to MCoC where new players join, right? Mm-hmm. I don't feel like they can rely on that as much going forward when just the world in general is burnt out on Marvel content. So what they...
No, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, remember when they used to do like more tie-ins to they have like the celebrity events and stuff like
I
that.
loved the celebrity events. I don't know why they got rid of those. Do you think that it was because they had to pay the celebrity to do that? Do you think there was some?
I'm sure they did.
How much could it have been though? To
I
just be
mean,
like,
come on, dude. You know how much these Marvel guys are,
"Hey
are
Ming Na
getting
Wen,
paid
here's
for?
10 grand so we can use your name for a video game that you never
Yeah,
pay
10
attention to."
grand? You think that's what they're paying them?
I don't know.
You
That's what
better
I'm
add
saying.
a
Like,
few more
what do you
zeros
think it
onto
is?
that, buddy.
What do you think it is?
I
This
don't know, a
game,
million?
this game make no. They're not paying $1 million for a celebrity challenge. They make multiple millions of dollars every month. There's no way they're paying $1 million and to the guy who played Coulson.
Well,
For
okay.
you know what I
So
mean? Like, there's no way.
probably not a million, but okay. Maybe let me tone that down a little. Maybe like 250,000.
I would love to see that. I would love to know. Because I just can't imagine it to be that much money. And whatever it is, it's a thing in the game that gets people excited and gets people talking, and they love to do it. Right? It's always a fun thing. They didn't pay you or Laura or whomever else for your boss rush challenge, did they? They pay you.
Yeah, 250,000 is
They
that's
paid
how I
you. They
got
paid you a
that
quarter of
number.
$1 million for Laura to put in Weapon X for her boss rush challenge, right?
Yeah, and honestly, I think we should have got more.
But you're living off that in your mansion.
We accepted the 250K because we were like, I mean, I guess we're gonna play the content anyway, so
It's fine. It's fine.
okay.
I just happen to like Weapon X. You know, it's fine. It's fine. X-23. She's great. So we'll settle for a quarter of $1 million. Yeah. No, I don't know. Yeah. No, I loved that stuff. I loved the boss rushes. I loved the celebrity challenges. Those were some of the things that made it really enjoyable to play the game. I feel like those got replaced by EOP. And then EOP didn't feel that bad, though, to me, because EOP was very difficult. I don't have the skill that you
Cool.
do.
Turning Pain was cool. I like Turning Pain.
Yeah, and the Summer of Pain and that kind of stuff, which is content that they put out after they knew you could farm revives, where in this post they said we can't put out difficult content if you can continue to farm revives, but we already have a history of them putting out difficult content, so we know that that's total bullshit. But yeah, so God, I don't know. It just they say that I enjoyed doing that stuff if I could farm up the revives in a little bit of time and then go through it. If I had to spend money every time I had to do EOP or Summer of Pain or whatever, I probably wouldn't have done it. I don't have the money to be. I don't have the disposable income to just be like, hey, this content is pretty difficult for me, but I'll just drop $100 to get through it to get a quarter of a third of what I need to take a champion to rank 4.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
So here's, I have to go in 1 minute here, but
One
here's
minute,
the last
okay.
thing I'll say, and this is something that you can continue to talk about. Something that I had thought about, but I hadn't brought up yet. So
And sorry for chat for like not answering enough stuff here, but go ahead, Brian.
So, if you think about them wanting to like get people to pay for revives to do a new piece of content whenever it comes out, that's essentially like a DLC dropping for a game, right? Except it's just not mandatory to pay for it. It fits that free to play model.
Yeah.
So how good is that content that other games have to produce for people to spend, 5, 20, in some cases, more, but it's usually something much higher quality than like, well, here's a new node that came out,
Right?
here's that new piece of content DLC that we'll give you for free, but we want you to spend a certain number of revives, otherwise we're gonna have to make some adjustments.
Yeah, here you can progress your character a tiny little bit. You can
Yeah,
progress
so-
your account a little bit.
So how does the content that Kabam has been producing, how does that hold up to other games? Like they have to compete against that, and I don't know if they're really competing against that.
Well, so I see like Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk was a game that I played right when I first started streaming, and I wanted to stream, and I never got around to it. And it was very flawed. So many complaints about it. It had so many good things, but just like at the time that it was released, it was crap. But they've put out all these different DLC things for free to try and make the game better, to keep in community engagement and so forth for free. Kabam, everything costs money, and they'll just give you the dude, the emotes. They sold emotes for Battlegrounds at a 50% discount for $8 for 3 emotes. I guarantee you there were thousands of people who probably paid for that shit.
It's like the way you said it. You know, I never even looked at the price for it, but
It's $7.99, 50% off for $7.99 for 3 emotes.
I like that you're including the discount, the 50% off, and like this is the straw that has broken Abby Doe's back.
But that's how they released it
for $8.
That's how they released it. You get 3 emotes.
These guys are selling it at a 50% discount. It's still costing $8.
It just, yeah. OG Guts bought the emotes for $8, but 50% off. 50% off.
This is funny, yeah.
I don't know. It blows my mind.
I gotta go on that note.
All right. Well, thanks for hopping on for a minute, man. I'll talk to you soon. I would love to have more of a deep discussion with Cam and Lags and whomever else wants to do it. If you want to do a stream sometime and talk about more of this stuff, I would love to. You don't got to commit, no worries or whatever. But yeah. Think about it. I think the community would like it. I think it'd be. I think your original MCoC podcast idea could have some fun to it for talking about things like this. But anyways, get out of here. You got to go. I love you.
Right.
Have a good night. All right.
I love it too, buddy. See you.
All right. Night, Brian. Guys, sorry for ignoring chat for all that time. I apologize. Like I don't know. It's part of why Brian probably didn't want to have me on his stream earlier and stuff to talk about it, because it is, when you're talking to somebody else, it's difficult to concentrate on what the chat is saying too, and you want to be fair, you want to be equitable, you want to talk to people who are around. I don't know, man. It's an interesting day in Marvel content. I said it earlier in my video. It's an interesting day in the contest of champions. I'm pouring another drink. And of course, more expensive in other regions. Yeah, I'm basing everything, Dr. Peg, in American dollars. So yeah. MCoC is like true life. They're trying to kill the middle class gamers, so there will be haves and have-nots and nothing in between. That's a terrible way to run a business for either True Life or MCoC, though, Brian. I mean, I get what you're saying. I fully get what you're saying, but it's a terrible way. The thing is, so I have worked. I'm 40 years old. I've worked basically in the service industry since right before I turned 19. I worked as a blackjack dealer or in the casino business for a decade. I worked in a restaurant for a decade as a bartender or a server. There's an old adage in that kind of stuff, which is the customer is always right. Customer is always an asshole. The customer is not always right. As far as a business model goes, though, the customer's always right. You got to fuck up real bad for me to not take your money. If I'm a bartender, you got to be pissing off other customers who are going to spend money to the point where they're going to walk out for me to get rid of you. Right? You got to do things so shitty for me to ban you from my bar. And dude, Kabam just doesn't seem to understand that first and foremost, it's a game. It's supposed to be fun. I want to have fun. I don't have days where I bitch about decisions they made and forum posts. I don't want to talk about forum posts. Fuck that. It's boring as shit. It's ridiculous. I guess it's not boring as shit for this kind of stuff because it's something which the community is outraged about, but that's not, I don't want to be angry. I don't want to be mad about this. I want to have a good time playing a game with my friends. I just don't understand who it is that they have working for them that they can fuck this up so badly so often. It's spectacular. It really is. For something that we don't even have any comprehension of the value. Oh, 50% off. Oh, the emotes? Yeah. Really? Does the change in price encourage shoplifting? Lacks morals all around, I guess? Well, no. Oh, I might have missed something before that, Scarco. A change in price, generally, nobody... If you're shoplifting, you don't care about the price. Ooh, podcast. I think it'd be fun. What did you think about the pull, Abdo? Oh, the Viv Vision Jedi? Congrats. I flashed it. Yeah, congratulations. I don't know enough about her. Lefty seemed to like her a lot. She seems like she's got some pretty hard counters, obviously, with some Cosmic Champions. But she seems like she could be some fun, too, so... I don't know. I don't know enough about her, Jedi. Sorry. Marvel Casino of Champions. It's not inaccurate. They should also remove the enrage timer from Abyss if they nerf revives. I can see that, Dark Knight. But... Well, okay. I can see that. Remove the enrage timer because if you have enough skill to get through it without needing that revive, then F you, right? You got the skill. But also, who's doing Abyss these days? I'm not doing Abyss. I already did Abyss at the time it came out. I have 3 Karina's challenges for Volume 2 Abyss to do, which I was planning on doing if I farmed a bunch of revives, but I don't want to do now. Those revives are... those rewards, rather, are shit. They're, like, completely insignificant to anything in the game. They could sell me the exact same rewards as that would be for $10. And I would rather just pay $10 not to have to waste 4 hours of my life to do that content, not to mention the time I would have spent farming revives before I spent that 4 hours doing that. And that frustration and that anger. Look at this. Where are we at? I have these 3 challenges to do for Karina's 2, and I can get the same amount of T5B that I can get from 1 week of map 8 and AQ. There's a quarter of a third of a rank 4 for this one. That's fun. There's less than that for this one with some... It just... It makes no sense to do these challenges when... What? You want me to spend money on that? Are you fucking crazy? Okay. Take away the revive farming, nerf that to the ground, and then upgrade all the rewards for all that old content because it's not relevant anymore. All right, here's a full energy refill over here. Kabam mentioned nothing about if they're going to change those drop rates. Didn't say a word about it. So in 3.2.6, will those free energy refills still drop? Or will they not? They didn't tell us anything about that. Oh, they got Mike, Dave, and the other dude that make the official tier list. Chewy, tier lists are shit. They always have been. I don't begrudge Lags or Seaton or anybody else for making tier lists, but it's always been a game of using the right tool for the job, which means, yeah, you can say there's some champions like Hercules or Ghost or whomever at the top, and you can get through most content with them. But overall, mostly you're going to be using the right champion for the job rather than just the same champion for everything. And if using the same champion for everything like Hercules is an issue to them, nerf Hercules, don't nerf revive farming. Revive farming affects every other champion in the game. Nerfing Hercules affects nerfing Hercules. It's 1 versus 200 and some champions. All good, Abdo. I was just amazed. Team Pop for the win. You just got... Yeah, because you just won Crystal. Sorry. I was not trying to downplay that, Jedi. Jedi getting Viv on one pop is pretty damn cool. Let me heart that. Yeah, I wasn't trying to downplay that at all, man. That's a damn good thing. They act like they don't want us to use revives, but yet they sell them. The revives aren't free to farm. It takes a lot of time and energy. Yeah, that's the thing. I got other things to do with my time in real life besides play a fucking video game. I'm choosing to play the video game to farm stuff, to do other stuff that I actually want to do. But that's of no value to them? Fuck you. What's up, Dash? Later to the party? Dash, I'm going to pour myself another tequila right now, and I might just down my ibuprofen with that tequila, because I'm probably going to be regretting having a late stream in the AM, for sure. Didn't they update some Volume 1 Karina challenges? Maybe they will do that for Volume 2. No, Kanga Jenga, howdy, by the way. As far as I know, they did not update any of the rewards. They changed how some of the... Well, they nerfed Act 6. So they took away the Kamala Khan part of Karina's Volume 1 until they had the nerfs figured out or something. They didn't update the rewards at all. Not even slightly. I'm pretty sure. Not worth it either. I only did the Mutant Domination Abyss single clear that, and that was before EOP, never going back. Yeah, I might just never do those. I might do them because I do MCoC YouTube, but I don't even know. Doesn't feel like it's worth it for that. And I still spend a lot of money even though I farm revives. Now I won't spend anything. Yeah, Baden, I'm not spending anything either. I spend a lot of money. Not like a lot of money. I'm not the biggest whale, but I'm like a dolphin or a manatee or, you know, a seal. Harbor seal, at least. Maybe a cute little otter. Holding hands and doing whatever. But I spend a couple $1,000s probably over the course of the year. Like I buy all the Cyber Weekend deals. I buy all the July 4th deals. I buy all the spring cleaning deals. Some of the Christmas deals. Some early access offers. Sigil and the unit thing every month. Like I spend a lot of money of my disposable income, or non-disposable income as it is, on this video game, on my hobby. And I don't find that to be inappropriate. You got a hobby you love and you spend money on it? Cool, that's fine. So it's a mobile game? Who gives a shit? What, old school, I would have had a train set, or I would have had models that I painted, or baseball cards or something like that. Okay, I'm spending it on virtual goods, so I don't have anything physical to show for it. I don't also have that stuff junking up my apartment, you know? It's totally fine. Whatever you choose to spend money on as your leisure time activity is totally fine. I don't want to give them any fucking money when they disrespect us this way. I probably will again in the future. They'll probably correct it. And I'll be like, okay, fine. We'll go back to doing that. But every time they do something like this, it makes me less and less likely to want to support them. And people like me, who are, I don't think I'm the middle ground, but I think I'm like a little above the middle ground of spenders. Every time they piss people like me off, they're just driving people away. Who are they going to have to replace this? You think that, what's the next Marvel movie coming out? You think that's going to produce enough people who are like suddenly, oh, let me just download this 8 years old mobile game to make up for the people like me that they're pissing off? Boycott! Yeah, I'm not big enough. I'm not popular enough. I'm not influential enough to say we need to boycott the game. But if somebody else says it, I'll be like, I'll get on board. I'm not spending. Not until this is addressed. It's just too insulting to my intelligence. It's I don't know, man. I just want to play a game and have a good time, guys. I want to stream Battlegrounds and have people send over money to be the big shot for some dumbass comment. Forgetting me to say that I love a drink from the Cayman Islands, Cayman cider, you know, or some dumb shit. I just want to fuck around and have a good time. I don't want to deal with all of this negativity. Pour one more drink as I farm out more bullshit. Because I gotta farm until I drop. I'm gonna farm up every fucking revive I can for the next couple of weeks. Alright, we got one deep over here on A. There's nothing on E. There's nothing on C. Small energy refill. Oh, but there's one real deep on D. Damn, are they in the same position? Yeah, that kind of sucks. They're in the same position. Big deal. It dropped 2. So we're going to go... I guess it doesn't matter which one we do first. We'll go to D first and then back out to A. But it dropped 2 on this one. So far, since I've been doing this for the stream, we've had 1 or 2 that we got skunked on and there were no revives. But Kabam is going to give us a 1% chance for easy to get a 20% revive, or a 5% chance for hard difficulty. But this I'm doing right now, and it's fucking infinite. I don't know. Check out the Mighty Marvel Marathon. Okay. Brian gone to bed. Did you tuck him in, Abdo? K-Meds. What's up? I told Laura to tuck him in, so it's fine. On YouTube, Mighty Marvel Marathon. Okay, it's a fan thing, or what is it? Well, I'll check it out afterwards. I pulled it up, though, so I'll check it out later. Thank you for the suggestion. I could recommend other people start playing with how much time and grind money that it will sink. Oh, wait, let me go back up here. I love this game, and I'm super deep in it, but at the size it's currently at, to be honest, I don't think if I was a new player to the game nowadays that I have gotten into it like I have. Certainly not a game. Yeah, so I think it's a very hard thing to recommend to new people to get into, for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's very hard. Everyone needs to catch up if you're starting out brand new, which is why they made some new content easier. It's why they made some new things available to newer players and so forth. Because otherwise you just feel like you're always behind. It's a very hard thing to recommend to a friend. Be like, hey, you should play this game that I've been playing for 8 fucking years and get on my level, scrub. Like, you know? I don't know. It's weird. I haven't spent much on this game, but I don't want Kabam to have my cash. I feel bad thinking they have my money, so I won't spend again while I feel this way. For me, at first, when I first started playing the game, I didn't want to spend anything on it because I felt silly spending on a mobile video game. And then as I spent more time playing it, I was like, well, you know what? No, they deserve a little more money. They've made this great video game that I love playing, and I spend literally hours playing it a week. So yeah, they should have some money from that. They should profit from that. That's fine. And then as it went along, it was just like, okay, well, I want to keep up with things, so I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna do this. Okay, here we at. We're gonna restart. Okay, sweet. That's actually a good thing when you're in revive farming mode and it stops early. That's actually a good thing. So we're gonna exit. We're gonna restart. Yeah, but so you know, I feel like I don't know. It's where was the other one at? Was it on E? No. Oh, it's on A. Okay. But so I don't know how much of it is a rationalization of my spending or how much of it is like, no, this is my hobby. It's cool. It's fine. And it actually makes sense. But over 6+ years, I've spent thousands of dollars on this video game. Now, you can go with the sunk cost fallacy and say, I can't back away from it because I've already put so much into it. But the way that they're doing things right now, I don't think that's going to be a thing. I think they're just pissing people off so bad that it'll just override that idea and just be like, screw you. I don't care. I don't care what I've already... So I think that sometimes you get into something so deep and you make a mistake, you're in a hole. Sometimes you just got to stop digging and be like, I'm fucked. This is it. I'm done. Like, just don't go any further. Farther, whichever it may be. I think with this kind of thing for Kabam, I think they should just be like, whoops, we shouldn't have said this. This is a bad idea. Let's just cut our losses and back out. Just back out. Just say, hey, here's the apothecary so you can get a guaranteed revive every day. But we're not going to nerf 3.2.6. Sorry, that's a bad idea. Let's just cut our losses and back out. It's either that or people playing the game say, hey, all the money that I've spent on this game so far, I'm going to cut my losses and just do something else with my time and my money. I don't know. Okay, giving it some time to think about it, what would you have thought if Kabam only said we're going to lower the chance of getting revives, but you still get them? It would have been better, yeah. They're doing that and giving a quest to give 1 revive a day. Maybe it's not as bad. But they're not telling us what those drop rates will be. They're just saying they're lowering it, but they're lowering it, but they're not telling us an actual number to go along with that. And my main thing isn't that they're nerfing it, it's the way that they talk to us about it. It's just about how they talk to us about it. We're adults. We can handle the truth, you know? If you just have to say, like, look, guys, this is costing us a lot of money, so we got to change this. I'm sorry. We should have addressed this earlier, right when it happened. We've had situations in the game before where you could infinitely farm revives, and we got rid of those right away because we just, it costs us money. We can't be having that. I remember before when there was an exploit where you could get revives over and over again, and they got rid of it right away, and the community was, like, pissed off about it, but they were like, fuck it. It's obviously they didn't mean for this to be a thing. So we can't understand. They can be pissed about it. Like, oh, you can fix this real quick. You can nerf this to the ground, but you can't fix the bugs that are in the game. This is a conversation from 5 fucking years ago, Okay, that's fine. But now they left it in the game for 1.5 years, and they're like, well, we just didn't take it out of the game because we wanted to make it better for you by giving you this thing that's nowhere near as good as the thing you already have. I'm like, fuck you, man. We're not that stupid. We know better. I don't know. It's just... it's very frustrating. Yeah, being a new player suck. I got friends and family members ask me if it's fun, and I'm always like, for me, I can clear any content and grind for champions I want. Yeah. How do you recommend it to a new player? You aren't very nice to your friends if you just call them scrub. What? Elaborate, Scarco. I've only gotten one friend to play, and he really plays a lot now, but no one else ever blinks at this game when I show them. I've known one person in real life who I didn't meet from a meetup, or like Brian or Pandaman Pete or someone, or Captain Bay or Dysentery Joe or something, who actually plays the game. I had one buddy at work who used to play, and he played for a short time and then was like, just moved on. And he's a huge Marvel nerd. He goes and sees every movie when it comes out, like opening night if he can. Huge, and he doesn't play the game. He's like, I got other things to do with my time. I wouldn't recommend this game to someone. Hey, let me recommend you sink hours of your life every day into this fucking mobile game that's gonna eventually fuck you over. Okay. Not that kind of asshole. I joke about what's the first advice you give to anyone who joins MCoC. I joke and I always say, well, the very first piece of advice I would say is turn off global chat. But the main thing I would tell people is, like, just delete the game, run away. And that's what you have from your hardcore addicted fans of the game is what they'd tell other people would be run away. Hmm. And you're just making it worse? That's not a good thing. In truth, I feel ashamed to show people this game because they call it the rich man's game. Brian, I've never heard that before, but I understand what you mean. This is not a pay-to-win game because you could spend so much money and still not win. It's a pay-to-win. It's a pay-to-advance game. You can spend money in advance faster than you couldn't. But look at Seaton doing a new account challenge and how quickly he's advanced through that. If you got the skills because you've done it before, you don't have to spend money and you can advance quite quickly into the game. You could probably get in a top 10,000 or probably a top 1,000 alliance within a month. Probably. If you tried hard enough and if you spend enough time. But like I said, time is the most valuable resource we have, and that's not something that Kabam respects. Guys, I don't even know. How many revives do you think we've gotten in this time that I've been yapping about all this stuff? I don't know. It's frustrating. It just makes for a long day, man. Because I think we, at the end of the day, we all just want to play this game and have a good time. We don't want to have to deal with this bullshit. How many other games in your life have you ever played where you needed to go to the forums to check out what was going on for new information because it might make you not want to play the game anymore? And those forums are so terrible. They're so terrible. You want to fix something in your game? Fix your fucking forums, for Christ's sakes. And also the energy cost for the replacement is much higher. I think I might have talked past your point, Dr. Peg. I apologize. Oh, that was 20 minutes ago. You didn't draw a breath, so you said your friends would start playing. You'd said catch up scrub. Oh, right. Sarcastically. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. Because someone who started the game from zero compared to me, how would you could barely relate. Get rid of it before it's a thing in game. Leaving it as is for so long, just mole man all over again. Yes, except for much worse, but I get what you're saying, Ace. Yeah. Agreed. Have to change it because of certain reasons they said, but yeah, also garbage execution. That's the thing that's the problem, is the garbage execution. The mole man thing really was not, like, it was not necessary to take away that ability from him. He wasn't game breaking in the first place. You just irritated your player base by doing that when it really didn't matter much. It could not have been taking away much from Kabam's bottom line by having Mole Man be as he was before they dropped it down to 5 instead of 10 for him countering evade. That it couldn't have mattered much at all. But it's just they're tone deaf. They don't understand these things that, like, they're just so many things that they could easily avoid, and they fuck up consistently, and they have been doing for years. And as I was talking to Brian about, or I was saying in my video, or whatever, the devs, I don't think they deserve the blame for this. The community managers, Kabam Mike or Jax or whomever, I don't think they deserve the blame for this. It's just, these are things that could be easily avoided. And I don't know after how long they've been doing this, and they're a professional multi-million-dollar corporation. I just don't understand how they can still fuck it up so bad sometimes. It's just, it blows your mind. Okay, that's about my limit of pure negativity. I hope you all feel better about it tomorrow. Have a nice night. Scarco, I agree, dude. That's why I don't like this. I don't like being negative. It is too much, and yeah. I think I'll call it good for the night, too. I don't want to be this way. I don't want to be negative. I don't want to talk about this till the cows come home or whatever. So, I don't know. I think on Scarco's note there, we can call it good. The final thing is they effed up. Let's just not do this. Let's go back tomorrow and play Battlegrounds. And have a good time. Because this, nobody wants all this. I don't think there's going to be a boycott. I don't think it's going to be the end of the game. But I really do think that they just didn't need to go this route. They just didn't need to piss people off this way. And I think that they will probably do something different going forward. I don't think this will be the final implementation of nerfing 3.2.6 and introducing this apothecary thing. So I don't think it's the end. What's up, Emerald? How you doing? Or like when AA could stun immune for a long time and later Kabam was like not intend to work that way. Yeah. When they leave things in for too long, it's very irritating. But at least on that they were honest. What you drinking? Tequila? Too much? Kirkland signature añejo tequila, Brian. This sucks. Do better, Kabam. Basically, yeah. Kai, what up? All right, I farmed some revives. You got basically 2 weeks, guys. What's our time frame here? And what's the event quest? What's the event quest timing here? 14 days. You got 14 days. Farm up every goddamn revive you can. Go to 5.3.6 to farm energy refills, and then spend those in 3.2.6, getting 20% revives. And do it for the next 2 weeks, and try and complete whatever content you've been wanting to complete. Karina's, EOP, Gauntlet, Act 8, whatever it is. Try to get it done. I don't know. I love you guys. I don't like being negative about this bullshit. I will see you guys tomorrow. So, have a good rest of your night. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks for talking to me about this, putting up with the rants and all this kind of stuff. I don't like the negativity. Sometimes you just gotta vent and let it out. So, anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow, okay? Have a good rest of your night or a good day.